Hey guys! So for today's video, I wanted to talk about planning a trip to Dayton, Ohio. So if you're not familiar, it might seem like a really random place to be making a video about, but it actually is home to the world's largest amateur radio gathering, which is the Dayton Hamvention. This year, it's May 20th to the 22nd, so I figured I should probably start making plans. But as it turns out, I might be a little late to the game. So naturally, the first thing you do when you're planning a trip is you figure out how you're going to get where you're going. So from Dayton to Rochester is approximately a 7-hour drive. But after factoring in stops for food and going to the bathroom, that totals to probably 8 hours, which means I would be in the car from anywhere from 14 to 16 hours that weekend. Now, the whole point of this weekend is going to the Hamvention. And that means I don't really want to spend that much time in the car. I want to spend that much time at the Hamvention. So the other option that takes significantly less time is to fly. Flying takes anywhere from 3 to 4 hours, so 6 to 8 total hours in the weekend, but it's $245 round trip. Now, while that's not that expensive, that's still significantly more than driving, even after factoring in gas and tolls. So it's a matter of, should I save money and use time, or should I save time and spend money? But wait, there's more. So if I decide to fly, that means I won't have a car in the area, and that severely limits my transportation. That means I would have to rely either entirely on public transportation or just have a hotel that's really, really close. And from what I'm seeing, that's not really much of an option. There's a little bit of public transportation, but maybe to 1 or 2 hotels. So if I don't book quick enough and they're full, there goes that option. Now, if I do have a car, I can park in the free parking, so that won't add cost. I can also stay at a hotel that might be a little further away and therefore maybe a little bit cheaper. But that means driving there. So it seems like there's really no situation that's the clear winner, especially because I've never gone before. I don't really know what to expect. I don't know how much I'm going to be buying, and if I buy things and I fly, that means I either have to A, fit it in my carry-on, or B, ship it to myself, and that can rack up cost. But there's more. If I carry it in my carry-on, that means it needs to go through airport security, and certain things, I might have issues with that. Now, you would think that considering this is the world's largest amateur radio gathering, the airport would kind of be tipped off to expect a lot of electronics and radio equipment to be going through security that day, but honestly, I really don't know and I cannot rely on that. So ultimately, the reason that I'm making this video is to ask for help. I know that I can't be the only person that's a little overwhelmed with all the options for traveling to Dayton. So if you've gone before, and I'm sure many of you have, please post in the comments what your experience was like. Things like how you got there, where you stayed, how you traveled once you got there, or even how much you bought would be super helpful to not only me, but anyone else that's trying to figure this out for the first time. So thank you guys so much for your continued support. I really cannot stress that enough. And I really hope to see you all in Dayton. So 73.